Good morning. I'm leaving Booneville, New York. I was hoping to have a nice hotel room to stay at tonight, but I'm here during the lumberjack event. So this place is packed full of people, like 70,000 people. But I was able to camp at this barn last night, which is really nice. And I'm heading to another campground again today. I think today's going to be another 50-mile day. And we're entering the Adirondack Mountains. I'll have to pronounce that properly later. Had the rest of my sandwich from yesterday. It was good. Today's not going to be very many services for a while, so I had lots of food last night. I have some trail mix in the bag, and we'll see how it goes. And it looks like we are going to be climbing straight out of the gate here. I'll catch you later. I hate talking when I'm climbing, so here we go. Wow, those are some major hills out of Booneville. Crap. Had to walk my bike up a couple of them. Like 12%. Straight up in the morning. What a wake-up call. Hopefully that's not a sign of what's to come. So tired, not quite warmed up yet. Hitting those hills is brutal. Major hills. Okay, catch you later. Trees are getting bigger. Looks like we're going to start a slow, steady climb higher in the mountains here. It looks like on the on the computer it looks like it's slow and steady, but who knows. I don't mind slow and steady. Pine trees are just getting so big now. I think we're in the forest. Now, so it's very pretty. We're going to be passing by some big mountain lakes today too, so I love those. Should be a spectacular day, as long as the climbing doesn't kill us.
Here I go again, back to that feeling of no worthy cause to carry me on, 'cause my heart's been skipping like a flat rock on water. And with each ripple, the further I'm gone. say I'm sinking to the money bottom, but somehow I'm sailing to shores of white sand. I feel it rain, and the crosswinds chain, lowering my chances to make it alone. But should you get lonesome and your child need a brother, just look for my traces and shores of white sand.
Here at campsite 67 at 8th Lake. It was practically a rest day today. It was 42 miles. But I needed a short day. First thing I like to do when I get to camp is take off my helmet, take off my buff, and switch into my camp shoes to get out of these shoes. I think tomorrow is going to be a pretty long day. I'll have to calculate it out, but it's going to be long. I keep forgetting the guy's name. I gotta get his name. The guy that's on the northern tier, he left ahead of me this morning, and he got here early and set up, and he was going to take a shower when I saw him coming down. But I think we're planning for the same town tomorrow, so maybe we can share a campsite, which would be cheaper for both of us if we can do that. We should have did this, but I didn't think about it at the time when I was reserving it. But yeah, I'm gonna take my shoes off and put my camp shoes on and get comfortable. And I might ride my bike up to see where the shower is and stuff. I'll take a shower a little bit later. But yeah, it was a nice day today. I was disappointed that the road went along the lake, but we didn't get to see the lake. There was some fleeting glimpses of the lake. It looks really pretty, but you have to leave the route to get to the lake, and I'm not going to do that because it's steep coming back up to the road. But I did see like a float plane base there, which was neat, and on the lake, and a couple of little glimpses of the lake. It was pretty. There was a lot of cars coming into town. Somebody was saying that there's like a water park in town, and when the weather's nice, it just gets clogged, especially on the weekends. And these campsites get used up fast. Not as bad as on Oahu. I mean, I was able to get this one last night. There was still some available, a few, and I picked it and was able to stay. But I might have to pick a couple of sites in advance and just make my days that long, I guess, in the future if I'm worried about places to stay. It's the worst. It's my biggest anxiety is finding places to stay. So yeah, I think I need to. I think tonight, since I have a lot of time, after I get everything set up, I might just sit down and kind of journal everything that happened this week from Monday until now. It's Saturday, and we're almost across New York. I think it's like 70 something miles to Ticonderoga. So we're almost there. I think I'll probably hit it on Monday and roll through it, and then find a place to stay in the next state over, and keep going and on to the next state. It's been hilly. The riding weather's been a lot better today, and yesterday actually. It hasn't been as hot, so that's nice. And I think it's because we're up higher in altitude. We're at about 2,000 feet right now. So it hasn't been, the weather's been great. I've been crossing my fingers. I haven't had any, even though it's been hot, I haven't had any rain. Well, anyway, I'm gonna get comfortable and get stuff set up and see what the shower situation looks like. I'll check in later. Bye. Campsite's really nice and quiet. The guy Chuck that I've been riding with, he stopped by my campsite, and we're gonna plan to leave when we leave, and then meet up at a place. It's gonna be about a 65-mile day tomorrow, which is doable. It's about 20 miles longer than we did today. Today was kind of like a short rest day. We got here early. I had my camp set up by 3, 4, and I took a nap from 4:30 to 5. It was great. I went down and I took a look at the beach and the lake and took some photos and stuff. It was nice. Now I'm laying on my picnic table and looking up at the trees. It's so quiet. And yeah, so tomorrow we'll be almost to Ticonderoga. And then Monday I'm going into Vermont. And passing through Ticonderoga, probably not staying there, and staying somewhere in Vermont on Monday night. Tomorrow we're camping again, but hopefully Monday night I can get a hotel somewhere. So that's the plan for tomorrow. I hear it's a rough road. It's a rough 65 miles, but I'm gonna keep tons of water with me and eat tons of calories for breakfast, and off we go. I had a really big lunch today, so I don't really feel hungry tonight. I just had a cookie, and then I'm gonna just hang out and relax and rest for tomorrow's bike ride. But it's really nice here. I have a very simple setup. There are some crazy setups here in the campground where people brought like everything from home. There's one campsite that has a bar, and people sitting up next to bar stools and drinking, and it's like, whoa. They just haul like from everything home out here. I don't understand that. I guess some people like to do that, but I don't think I'd want to do that. But that's just me. So here's my campsite, and way over there's my tent. I set it up in like a little green area that has the dirt still soft enough for me to get my stakes in. I don't have a hammer to put the stakes in. But yeah, that's all my stuff is in there ready for bed.
And my bike is going to be living right here tonight. Whoops, I'll get my legs out of the way. The bike's going to be there tonight. And everything kind of buttoned up. Ready to go for tomorrow. I had a nice shower today. And the shower house was nice, with warm water. And you just have to bring your own soap and your own towels and you go. It's really nice to have a shower after a long day of riding. So, I guess that's pretty much it for today. I'm gonna sign off and we'll see how tomorrow goes.
So, leaving the 8th Lake Campground, which is really nice, and had a really long afternoon to relax and rest. Got a really good night's sleep. Slept a long time. So today I'm gonna meet Chuck we're doing a 65-mile day today. It's supposed to be a rough one. We'll see how that goes. Feeling pretty good. Let's get warmed up and settle in for a day of riding, shall we? It's about 7 a.m. I wanted to get out a little bit early to take advantage of the cool weather for a couple of hours here to get some miles in. I'm not sure what Chuck's up to, but we agreed we're just gonna leave whenever we leave, and we're gonna meet up at a designated area at the end of the day. We exchanged numbers last night, so we can kind of let each other know where we are. It was really nice, so I think I'm going to do good today. I had a really good rest yesterday. It was a relatively short day. It was 43 miles. It was really hilly, but it was 43 miles. And we have all day to go 65 miles today. Getting an extra hour in, riding early. So we'll see when we arrive. Really chilly morning, which is good. I like riding when it's cool in the morning. And here's the highway we're gonna go back on again today. Hopefully the traffic is not awful. All right. If I see anything cool, of course, I'll always turn the camera on. Settle in for a good day of riding. Catch you later.
If you're traveling to the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, remember me to one who lives there, for she once was a true love of mine.
See for me that her hair's hanging down. It curls and falls all down her breast. See for me that her hair's hanging down. That's the way I remember her best.
If you go when the snowflakes fall, when the rivers freeze and summer ends, please see for me if she's wearing a coat so warm to keep her from the howling wind.
If you're traveling in the North Country Fair,
where the winds hit heavy
on the borderline, please say hello to one who lives there. For she was once a true love of mine. Traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, remember me to one who lives there. For she once was a true love of mine. Love of mine.
A true love of mine.
Man, that upper road was tough. It was 10 miles of tough climbing. But man, coming down was 10 miles of just downhill. It was awesome. I've never seen anything like that before. Okay, let's see. Here's a little town.